So recently, I made a video reacting to Synthetic Man's summary of the entire Fallout show, and it's kind of funny because it was a summary, but like I can't even think of Fallout when I watch it. All I'm thinking about is interracial marriage statistics, about how, air quote, the only good thing about this show was that Lucy fucked a white guy.
Based, as soon as they get back to her room, Monty strips naked and they just straight up have sex. So I guess one good thing came out of this show.
Like, that's crazy. That's even in a review. But that kind of made me think back, because all I was doing was basically just talking about his points and just trying to make him look bad. But I didn't really give my full opinion about what I think is the limit and what I think how much we should put in diversity in films. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But before I go on, I kind of want to change a bit about this channel. And we'll be hitting 500 subs, don't worry. And I know there's a couple things that I could do to make basically exclusive content. I want to ask a couple things. First of all, do you prefer like me just talking or like gameplay footage? Would you want me to change anything? Like, I don't know, from the way I make content to just my profile picture? I mean, it's just my cat, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, anything would be appreciated in the comments. And with that being said, enjoy the video. First of all, not everyone that watches this is going to be a white male. And, you know, that's fine. You don't have to, like, add a bunch of diverse characters constantly in the film. But I hate this, too, because, like, there needs to be some form of representation. And companies acknowledge this. So Disney would be like, hey, you really like The Little Mermaid? Would you like a character like that? Oh, okay. Well, instead of giving you a character specifically for you, we're just going to make the exact same thing, but just make it black. So you don't deserve a character. Fuck you. It's so dumb. And it's kind of like bad for both sides because, like, oh, you don't deserve your own character. And on the other side, it's just viewed as dumb propaganda. It's just a lazy excuse to make money so they don't have to write a new story or a new character. They could just get paintbrush, black, done. And, you know, even if you don't want to make a good story, you can take inspiration from something. Like, for example, if you never heard of Bass Reeves, I'll basically give you a basic sum down. Bass Reeves escaped from his slavery in Indian Territory and learned from natives. He became a marshal, captured 3,000 people, and was still a officer after Jim Crow laws came in and took his role as a marshal. And it's dumb, too, because, like, even if you don't want to just recreate it and make a historical film, you could take that base and, like, make something out of it. But then fucking Netflix was like, duh, we're gonna make Black Vikings.
We're rich! We're rich! Mushroom! We're rich! Mushroom! We're rich!
Basically, you're ignoring badass historical figures, ignoring their history, but also just making shit up and, like, ruining the aesthetic and the environment. Which leads on to my next point. So, I think it was Starfield. Someone made a review, and they're basically making a big deal about how there were pronouns in the game.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fuck your immersion! Fuck you having a good time! You take everything we love! All our immersions! All our fantasies!
And it kind of made sense, considering the environment. It was after our time, advanced, and civilization is at a point where you can care about that. I feel like, considering that, it could be possible for someone to have pronouns at that time. I remember there was a trans person in Fallout, and as much as I didn't really care, I thought it kind of broke the lore, because no one would really care about pronouns in that scenario. My dad got fucking mauled by a deathclaw. My brother is about to become a ghoul in 5 seconds from radiation poisoning. You think I give a fuck about she/her? And, you know, that sounds rude, but, like, at the same time, that's logical. Everyone's an asshole. Everyone's trying to kill each other. No one cares about pronouns. And so it wouldn't make sense in that scene, and it would hence ruin the environment. The reason I hate Netflix making a show about Vikings, Black Vikings, is not because I'm racist. It's because it ruins the environment. There were no such things as Black Vikings. Maybe there was one in history, but the majority were white. Most of the time, race and gender should just be a minor part of the character's personality. Maybe like what culture they embrace or what they're inspired by. But it should never be personality black. So, can films be considered propaganda if they have diversity. That honestly depends on how they treat diversity. So I think two really good examples is the Little Mermaid and the Spider-Verse series, like with Miles Morales. And so the thing with Ariel is that she's just black. That's it. That's the only thing that's different. You know exactly what's happening at the start. You know exactly what's happening at the end. You know the main plot. It's real. It's not animated, and she's black. That's it. It doesn't offer anything, and it's basically trying to make money off the fact of air quote diversity. And it's just a cheap film to make because you're just making the same thing. But the thing is with Miles Morales is, as much as I hate that the fact that everything is adding in their own multiverse, it's at least logical. Like, one Spider-Man is black, one Spider-Man is a woman, one Spider-Man is a spider, one Spider-Man is multiple spiders. You don't think one likes to suck dick? You don't think one wants to fuck Gary Stacy? Been exposed to this so much, mainly the Star Wars series. I don't even have to talk about that. And so it's basically just brainwashing your mind into thinking that a black character is automatically there just for the sake of diversity, so that movie makers could just put in that little checkbox. Done. Now it'll be profitable. So if you want a good story that has diversity, but you want to make sure that you're not just doing it for the sake of propaganda or making people forced to like it, you need to make the story without even thinking of the character's race or gender. Then you build the environment, then you build the timeline, and then finally you start doing like actual things like getting a crew, getting actors, so that you're able to build this environment and think, okay, it's in Europe during the 15th century. I'm probably not going to have that many black people on my set. Or it's a sci-fi world, so I'm probably not just going to have humans, I'm probably going to also have aliens. But still, they're not here to make good films. They're here to make money. Yay! Ruining our fucking childhood just for a couple more dollars. Just to ruin their company long term. It's a bullshit thing, and I don't know why people are not understanding this. So, yeah, that's pretty much my opinion about it. If you guys want me to talk about something specifically, like a controversy or some dumb news, I would appreciate if you guys put that in the comments. Until then, see you later.